Hey, what's going on guys, Shone here. So welcome to a quick tutorial on how I set all my cubes. So I figure out since I like to set most of my cubes, so I'll just tell you guys how I actually set up all my cubes. So the cube that I'll be using to demonstrate today is this random GAN356 Air that's not actually mine. I'm just helping a friend to set up his cube, so might as well just do a tutorial. So yeah. The tools you need to loop all this is of course a cube, a cloth, a piece of cloth, just a random cloth will do, your lube, which in this case I'll be using cheese M lube, some marrow, and this random thing which I got from China or something. So yeah, any lube will work, but just these are the lubes that I'll be using. And in this case, which since I'm using the GAN356 Air, I will need to use the tensioning tool that came with the cube. And if you're not using this you're not setting up the GAN356 cubes, then you can use just an extended Phillips screwdriver. And yeah, the last two things you need is just some plastic tweezers and a small screwdriver set, which I'll explain later in this video. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do is to pop all of the center caps off, which is actually pretty easy. You just take your small screwdriver or your fingernails and just open it from the bottom, which I recommend you just put these in a tray since it makes it easier to sort pieces later on down the line. So I'll be back when I have finished taking on all the caps. So as you can see, the center caps are now off, so you can see the GES nut that GANs uses in their cubes. So now what you do is just take apart the cube. What I usually do is I just unscrew the whole face and I just take the whole face out. This could take a while, so you have to be patient and take this really slowly. If you're gonna set up a GAN356 Air, I just recommend you just unscrew the whole thing off and use the tweezers to get them off, since I don't like using fingernails to get them off since their fingers are fat, and yeah, that's pretty much why. So usually there's be some resistance while unscrewing, and after that you just loosen out and you'll be easy to take them apart. So I use the tweezers to get these nuts apart, and I have this little tray to the right of me, so I can put these nuts in here. I like to start all the pieces. As you can see, I can just take the whole face out with the centerpiece. So I just put these in the tray, and yeah, that's basically what you do for all 6 sides. So yeah, I'll be back when I have assembled the cube. So after you disassemble all the pieces, you need to wipe all the pieces down. So I already wiped this down, but I'm gonna show you guys how I wipe this cube off. So basically I take my towel and I just rub the sides until I think they're perfectly clean, and then I take my cloth and I just rub the corner stalk and the edge stalk and also the top of the piece, and then I just put this aside and do it the same to the other pieces. It's pretty simple. Some people do it differently, but this is how I do it, and I think it's most efficient. So yeah, and what I recommend is putting all the pieces into a tray like I've done here, which makes lubing a bit easier later on, or the corners out on another tray, but this is how I do it. So I just separate all them into sections. So I got all the edges here. I got the center caps and center pieces here, and those are the springs. So in this case, there are no screws and washers, since the GAN356 Air doesn't really require lubing the core, since I can't actually lube the core. So this is just how I do it, but normally you have springs and washers and screw heads, and I just put them in another tray. And yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. So now let's get into assembling the cube. I know this is really fast, but since we don't really need to lube the core, I'll just go straight to this. But if you are lubing the core, then you have to take all them apart, and I have to loop the washer and the screw and the spring. So I'll link a few videos down below that I think do a pretty good job on explaining. But yeah, now I just assemble the basis of the cube. So I'll take a center base and I'll just put it over core, and then I'll just take the spring and I'll just put it on, make sure it's aligned properly. And what I do is I take the screwdriver, the tensioning tool, and I just count how many times I want to screw the spring or the screw down. So in this case, I want to do 15. I want to turn it 15 times, which means 15 360 turns, which 15 360 wrist turns, which I'll count for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, 15. So after doing that, you can't actually pull this, but you'll see that it's in place pretty well. And yeah, and I'll do the opposite, not the opposite side, and I'll do the same thing. Take the center base, the spring, align it with the screw threads, and I'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So technically, if you do this right, you have even tensions across the cube. So yeah, but there's one thing I want to tell you guys about is don't leave one side and leave one side empty, which means don't assemble one of the sides, because I'll tell you guys how I assemble this particular cube in order. But if you're doing a normal cube with a normal core and a normal tensioning tools, then I'll just assemble the whole thing, and I'll tell you guys how I lubed it. So yeah, I'll be back when I finish the core. So now you can see I've assembled most of the centers and the springs. As you can see, I put my center caps back on because I'm pretty comfortable with my tensions. So now I'm gonna assemble the cube. So now I'm going to put in the pieces that will insert. So I already have an edge here, so I'm just gonna put it in. There we go. Put the piece and find the next edge you want to put in. I'll put orange and white. There we go. So it will be stabilized a bit, so I'll just find the corresponding corner, and then I'll put the corner in, and then the edge. So now you can see that I have a 2x2 block, and I'm going to expand on this. So I'm gonna find the next edge. Okay. Then I expand it to a 2x3, and then I'll just continue expanding that piece. Okay, so at this point you see that I pretty much almost assembled the bottom 2 layers. I'm gonna leave this edge open, which we'll use for looping purposes later on. So now you can see I have this top right here. So what I do, since it's really hard to assemble GAN cubes, I'm just gonna put all the edges in, not like that, but like this, and then I'll just put this in, since it makes it way easier to assemble this cube. Okay, so I'm gonna leave one corner and an edge and this part open. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my lube, open it up, and I'm gonna put some on this corner stock right here. So I'm gonna take and just a line of lube right there, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put a little more. Okay, so that's it. So now you might remember I left one of the edges open on the first two layers, so that's cause I can take an edge and then I can open up my other lube, and then I can just, this is how I do it. So I'm gonna focus here. So I can take my lube and on the bottom, on the face that's gonna be facing the bottom of the edge, I just do a line right there, and then I'll just put a bit of lube at the internal piece. Okay, you can see that, and then I'll just put it in. Okay, so now you just solve the top, which is pretty easy. Okay, so now I just need to put the center on and then the spring. And then just do the tensions. Okay, so you should be done. Check the tensions. Seems pretty good to me. And yeah, so I'm gonna put the center cap back on. Put my lube away. But we're not done yet. So now we're gonna spread the lube. Okay, so I'm gonna solve this. Okay, so after you solve the puzzle and broke the lube in a bit, the last step is to put some marrow. So this is optional, but I'm gonna put some in just to give it some extra speed. Turn it 45 degrees, and then open the face up a bit, and I'm gonna put 2 drops. Spread the thing out a bit. Okay, so it feels pretty nice. So I think that's pretty much it to this tutorial, guys. So thank you guys for watching how I lube my GAN356 Air. So I hope this video helped you guys a bit on how to lube the GAN356 Air or any puzzle. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, I'm gonna solve this now, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you want more videos. Yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.